Hi, just a quick video on showing you how I have decided to make this area of seed beaded Roseground. This is for the skirt of a Middle Ages lady, a bit of a reenactment costume, so I thought I'd shove seed beads in everywhere just to glam it up. Now I'm doing Roseground as a half stitch, and for those who are not familiar, this is what it looks like when it comes on a pattern. And as the pairs come down, you take one from the top, one from the side, and half stitch and half stitch. So that's a double half stitch, a cloth stitch and twist. Without a pin, the same on this side, without a pin. There are no pinholes in this cross. And then you do half stitch, pin, half stitch, go down, take the downwards one, half stitch, pin, half stitch, take the second pair of these two joined together there, half stitch, pin, half stitch, and then back down to the bottom, effectively making that diamond, half stitch, pin, half stitch, and that does become the circular rose. You can do this with a lot of different stitches to completely alter the actual rose itself. And then the second pair from this one comes down and across, this one comes down and makes the unpinned. So all these four corners are unpinned and this diamond shape here is pinned. So what I'm doing is, instead of doing the half stitch, I am actually putting my seed bead on there and making sure that as it comes out of the seed bead, it has one twist on it, ready to go and complete the next one. So I've got the seed beads, whoops, let's put that into the shape. I've got the seed beads already on these two half stitch grounds, ready. So that's the one that comes there and there. This is the two pairs that go there and there. So I'll do make sure there's a twist on each one. Half stitch, pin, half stitch, half stitch, pin, half stitch, half stitch, pin, half stitch, half stitch, pin, half stitch. Now I've worked my way around the diamond shape there. Now what would normally happen is I would go half stitch, and then those two would go off to that side, half stitch, and those two will go off to that side, and you get that shape of the Roseground. So if I undo that one, and this one ready for their beads, and I am using really small seed beads that wouldn't quite fit my normal crochet hook, so I've had to use this microscopic one. So my advice would be, if you're using Continentals, good. My other advice would be, don't use your bobbins with your biggest possible beads on, which is unfortunately what I set out doing. Use one either with small spangles, or the other alternative is to make your, other way around, let's get it smallened, to make your threads long so that you can get a big enough loop to get your second pair through. So I've put the bead over two pairs, putting the whole pair straight through the loop and snuggling up, making sure I've got, right, that needs a twist on, that seems to have got two. Right, those are fine. These have got a twist on each. So I will now take another one, taking this pair, and I'm putting the pair through, not just one, I'm putting the whole pair through. Make sure the thread is long enough to find the loop, get your two fingers in, and then feed the bobbins between. You can see where the spangles are a nuisance now. Feed the bobbins through, keep the pairs separate, snuggle it up, make sure there's a twist on both, that's fine. Then that set of four is done there. So I bring the next set of 4 down, which are already waiting in the wings. This one has got a bead on ready. This has got a bead on ready. And so it goes straight into, make sure they've both got a twist on, into that diamond again. Start at the top. You only have the 4 pins on completing that diamond section. North, south, east, west. So these 2. Pick up 1 pair, hold it over the crochet hook, pull the bead along so that the bead goes through over both. Then you pull the bead down, and then there's your loop. Put your 2 fingers in the loop, and between your 2 fingers, you can see what I mean about using the big beads. I decided to use small side beads and 1 large bead on these bobbins, and it wasn't the right choice for what I chose to do. So I'll do the other pair. Don't put many of those seed beads out at once, they're just too easy to drop. So hang the pair over the crochet hook, take your bead, pull your bead over the hook, make the hole, put your spangles through. You're feeding your spangles rather than the bobbins because they're the tricky bit. Tension up and ready to go on. Put those 4 to one side. You bring the next 4 down and there you go. Seed beaded half stitch Roseground.